Hello, and welcome to the Feeling Good podcast, where you can learn powerful techniques to change the way you feel. I am your host, Dr. Rhonda Borowski, and joining me here in the Murrieta studio is Dr. David Burns. Dr. Burns is a pioneer in the development of cognitive behavioral therapy and the creator of the new team therapy. He is the author of Feeling Good, which has sold over 5 million copies in the United States and has been translated into over 30 languages. His latest book, Feeling Great, contains powerful new techniques that make rapid recovery possible for many people struggling with depression and anxiety. Dr. Burns is currently an emeritus adjunct professor of clinical psychiatry at Stanford University School of Medicine.
Hello, Rhonda.
Hello, David, and everyone who's listening. This is the Feeling Good podcast, and this is our music episode 462B. We welcome you from around the world and throughout the galaxy. You know, David, September 30th of 2019, we recorded episode 160, and today is episode 461. And 160 was an episode with Heather Clegg and Brandon Vance. And they sang 3 or 4 songs on our podcast, and we called that the music of team. And today we have 4 other very talented musicians and team therapists and coaches who are going to sing a few songs for us again. So we're going to have our second Music of Team podcast. So I'm going to call on people and have them introduce themselves, and then we're going to hear the incredible music that they've created for us for all of our entertainment. And of course, all the songs have a team theme. So Rachel, this is Rachel Dillman, and I'm going to have you introduce yourself, Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Dillman. I'm a singer-songwriter working towards Team CBT coaching certification. I've seen comments on YouTube videos saying that a song saves someone's life, and I realized the significant effect music can have on mental health and resilience. I was inspired to write a song based on David's Team CBT model, and that's what brings me here today. So thank you for having me.
We're so happy to have you. And actually, this recording is sparked by Rachel's interest in recording these songs. And Angela Poach, who we've had on our podcast so often, we're really happy to have you back, Angela. Tell us about you and your relationship to music.
For sure. So I'm Angela Poach, Team CBT trainer and coach and therapist. Well, I've always loved singing. As far as I can remember, I've sang with the Kootenai Symphony, which was super exciting to have that live symphony orchestra. And I've just made up songs for a long time. I used to process my thoughts like people would write in journals and diaries. I just write music for some reason. I kind of lost them all when we moved. But yeah, I just kind of make them up as I go. So it just seems natural to create some team songs. And I was inspired by Rachel and Shaylin and started kind of a music Team CBT group. And we just ran from there.
Nice. And Shaylin Burton, tell us about you.
Yeah, so I'm Shaylin. Everyone calls me Shay. I'm a Team CBT therapist, and I specialize with working with adolescents, teens, and young adults on difficult life transitions, finding purpose, and serving the BIPOC community. I love music. It's a huge part of who I am. It gives me peace. It's kind of my self-care, I guess you could say, doing this work. And I also love being a therapist so much. And I never would have anticipated that those two worlds, my passions, would collide. So when I saw that, who would like to join Music of Team come through in the email, I was like, yep, that's me. And so I jumped right in there, and, I'm super excited to be a part of this. And they're both a really big part of who I am. So it's like the perfect outlet for me.
How nice. Well, welcome, Shay.
Thank you.
And Heather. Hi, Heather. Introduce yourself.
Hi, Rhonda and David. And thank you all so much. Thank you, Rachel, for getting the ball rolling on this. I think it's awesome. And it inspired Brandon and I to put together a new song, which is just a joy. I'm a level 5 Team CBT therapist and trainer. I'm a psychiatrist in Oakland, California, and I love working with adults with depression and anxiety. And Brandon and I also co-host the Feeling Great Book Club. And our next round of that starts in September, on September 15th and 17th. We'll have it at 2 different times. And we've done some music in the book club as well. Brandon has played some songs in that context as well. And yeah, I find making music with other people to be one of life's transcendent experiences. And naturally, it fits very well with the themes and values of team.
Nice.
What does your next book club start, Heather?
It starts September 15th. That's a Monday at 4 p.m. And we're going to also run a series on Wednesdays at 8:30 a.m. Starts September 5th, 17th. So it's just
and so if some listeners are interested in attending your fabulous Feeling Great book club, which you and Brandon have delivered many times with tremendous success, they should contact you or Brandon, and we'll have that contact in the show notes. But you want to just say right now, in case they don't read or know how to find the show notes?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yes, so they can certainly look me up. I'm Heather Clague, CLAGUE, or they can go to the Feeling Great Therapy Center, feelinggreattherapycenter.com, and they'll find a link to the book club. And it's only $20 a session, and we have a sliding scale that will go as low as someone needs. So no one is turned away for lack of funds. We've had, it's been such an honor to deliver that over the years. I think we've had hundreds of people now take the book club and gotten a lot of great feedback and brought people into the team world. So it's just fantastic to have your book and now the app as a way to bring this and to do that work in community with other people.
There's quite a bit of interest spreading in China for Feeling Great and Team CBT. And has anyone contacted you from China about working with them to set up book clubs in China?
Well, there's Jing. I don't know if you know her.
It's more than Jing. It's okay. There are people within China who appear very excited about getting you and Brandon
that'd be great.
In with them and teach them how to do some stuff. So for whatever reason, China seems excited suddenly in developing mental health for their people. I think for years, words like depression and anxiety were banned and were really not even within the conscious awareness. But now it's developing very rapidly in China.
That's really exciting, David. And we did have actually a Mandarin speaking breakout group in one of our previous rounds.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, which was led by Jing. So yeah, that's fantastic that it's spreading.
Great, cool, Heather. And now let's introduce our very last guest, and that's Mark Noble. Mark, can you join us?
I hope so.
Tell us a few sentences about yourself as a neuroscientist and a musician.
Well, I'm a neuroscientist interested in many aspects of the nervous system. For the past 7 or 8 years, trying to understand the neuroscience of how Team CBT works, because any therapy only works because it's aligned with the biology of the problem that it's addressing. So challenge of understanding Team CBT is fantastic. From a point of view of a neuroscientist, I've been writing songs, playing guitar since I was in graduate school a very long time ago. Quite a hiatus over the past few years, but inspired to pick up my guitar and write songs again for this wonderful podcast.
Nice. So I understand there's one song with everyone. Angela, shall we post that song first, the chorus?
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about it, like who wrote it and what's it about?
Yeah, so this, we were inspired to write it to do a virtual choir. So that was kind of the inspiration. I did the lyrics and Shay did the music, and she did like a bridge and tweaked it to make it really sing, for lack of a better terminology. And we had Brandon and Eric Burns, David's son, join us for that one. So yeah, I will get that ready.
Okay, and Shay, is that you on the guitar in this song?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, when I read Angela's lyrics, I was like, you know what? Let me just grab my guitar, see what kind of comes to mind, and just kind of strummed the chords that I know, kind of limited, but it worked out for this, and it was just, I feel like it was a perfect fit. So yeah, I really loved her lyrics, so I had fun with it.
All right, let's hear it.
Special, special, am I special? Endless thoughts of low self-esteem. Special, special, am I special? What does that even mean? When you no longer have to be special, life becomes special. Life becomes special when you learn how to just be. When you no longer have to be special, life becomes special. Life becomes special when you learn how to just be. Joy in life is in the ordinary. Joy is found in being me. I don't have to be legendary. I can just be free. When you no longer have to be special, life becomes special. Life becomes special when you learn how to just be. When you no longer have to be special, life will become special. Life becomes special when you learn how to just be.
Really great job, you guys. That was so awesome.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
I held up my little obi when you were singing.
Yeah.
He's the one who taught me that.
Nice.
Yeah.
For folks who are just listening, they might not see that Angela put that together as a whole video. It was really just excellently.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're just hearing the audio today.
Well, one of the things that Angela did do, too, is she's posting these songs on the Feeling Good YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel is, for people, the YouTube channel is youtube.com/@TeamCBT. So we'll say that again, and we'll put it in the show notes so that you can hear and see the videos of these incredible songs. And again, thank you, Angela, for your technological whiz. Well, everybody has at least one song. So, Rachel, can you sing your song? Or tell us about your song, and then Angela will add it to for our listeners' pleasure. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So as I had said before, I saw that those comments on YouTube videos that some people were saying, and there's several of them, that a song saved their life. And so I was really inspired to try to do a lot of research on mental health, well-being, and put that into my lyrics. And while I was researching, I came across David's book, Feeling Great. And as soon as I opened it and I saw the model, I knew this was brilliant. And I was really inspired. And so after listening to the podcast and reading most of his books, it just came to me kind of gelled into the lyrics. And then I created a song. So it's right here.
If you change how you think, you can change how you feel. If you challenge the distortions and accept what's real. When you find a true thought that breaks your belief in the negative one, you will find relief. Bad feelings show not just what is wrong, but also what is right. Because they come from what we value or use as a guide. still keep some of what you felt? Would you say that to a friend if they did the same as you? Could you extend the same grace to yourself too? If you change how you think, you can change how you feel. If you challenge the distortions and accept what's real. When you find a true thought that breaks your belief in the negative one, you will find relief. Test out methods to find some light to enlighten darkness and bring clear sight. If you change how you think, you can change how you feel. If you challenge the distortions and accept what's real. When you find a true thought that breaks your belief in the negative one, you will find relief. If you change how you think, you can change how you feel. If you change how you think, you can change how you feel, how you feel, how you feel, how you feel.
Oh my, that was so beautiful, Rachel. Really great
bravo.
job.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Wow.
Incredible voice. Beautiful.
That was so nice. Mhm.
Nice. Gosh, well, this is so exciting. Shay, do you want to go next?
Yeah.
Tell
So
us
for
about your
me,
song.
I was just a part of the choir song. So, like we had kind of mentioned, Angela sent those lyrics, and I just decided to play with the melodies and coming up with the chorus. I guess we could talk about that part, and it's David's quote. When you no longer have to be special, life becomes special. And I really think that's such a freeing quote. Society kind of puts pressure on us to be this or that. And when you just kind of sit with yourself and accept, I am who I am, regardless of if there's good things about me, bad things about me, and you just work on it from there. And it's such a freeing and powerful quote. So, I really enjoyed being a part of, this song writing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will interject that Shay also did several versions of it so that we had something to follow. So she did high melody, she did a harmony, she did the melody itself, and I did include a couple of those in the choir. So to get to hear her
That's awesome.
maybe a little richer than if we didn't have that. So thank you.
That's
Shay.
awesome.
That's an honor.
Heather, why don't you sing your song and tell us about it?
Yeah, well, again, this is thanks to Rachel for, spurring all of this. And the word paradoxical came into my head with a melody that some of you may recognize. And it just seemed like it had some cool rhyming potential. And then I shared it with Brandon, and he added his usual brilliance. So that's what you'll hear. I should say I'm playing the ukulele in this, which is a first for me. I'm pretty proud of that.
Team's paradoxical. It's simply paradoxical. What's bad is good if you think about it twice. Oh yes, team's paradoxical. That's why your team toolbox is full of many bits of wisdom for your life. Let's take an example.
Let's try the diss song.
What if you said you're right? I caused you harm. When they hear you listen instead of blame, you might hear them do the same. 'Cause if with criticism you agree, you prove it wrong. Oh, can't you see? So maybe we'll try a few of the paradoxical techniques of team. Woohoo! strife. You are feeling anxious, a magic button is there.
I want to push it.
But oh, beware. You care, that's what your worry shows. And worry keeps you on your toes. When you see the good in how you feel, dialing down is all you need. So,
Hey, are you hearing something new?
about the paradoxical techniques of team for you. For you.
Oh man, this is really something.
So, just try to accept the kernel of truth in your negative thought. Because if you try to be the best,
Wait, I'm working too hard. And I don't need to spend my time looking around, comparing myself with perfection, which can't be found.
because when you accept yourself as average, you will find a bunch of cool people to hang with. So,
are you gathering what's true?
can the paradoxical techniques of team help you?
Yes, they can help me.
They can help you?
Yeah.
Yes, they can help. You know, teams paradoxical. It's simply paradoxical. What's bad is good if you think about it twice. Oh, yes, teams paradoxical. That's why your team toolbox is full of many bits of wisdom for your life. Of many bits of wisdom for your life. Of many bits of wisdom for your life. Yeah, man.
Oh gosh, Heather, that is so awesome. That was awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
Really great.
That was so fun. I loved that.
Really fun. And what great ukulele playing. Great
Thank you.
ukulele
Thank you very
playing. Nice. Everyone in here is so multi-talented. And now, Mark, tell us about your song.
Well, first I'll say I just wish we lived around the corner from each other so that we could get together and play regularly. So, David, this one is actually written for you because when I was working on the early stages of Feeling Great with you, I was having a lot of problems with the chapter on self, as you know, and I've been studying that for really since then to come to different ideas and see how people understand the experiential self, the remembering self, the interoceptive self, the non-self, the anti-self, the IFS views of the self. And it's so difficult because, of course, we use these words in conversation all the time. But I finally came to have some level of understanding of maybe a part of what you have been saying about the self, maybe not. But in any case, this is a song called Song of Myself, 2 words. And here we go. I should say I only have a 2-note vocal range, unlike our predecessors here. People are talking about themselves all the day and night. We don't agree on what they mean, but they all think they're right. Some of them writing books about this, some of them right alone. I didn't have that much to say, so I thought I'd write this song. I did not really like myself, but more importantly, all the time I was pretty sure myself did not like me. You're never gonna be good enough, is what I heard it say. No one really fault all the way. I decided to put myself up on the shelf and get on with my life. Did I really need it when it caused me so much strife? It kept me down here on the ground instead of reaching for the stars. So I put myself up on the shelf and went off to the bar. I put myself up on the shelf so it wasn't in the way of embracing every moment of every single day. There's ups and downs, you never know what the world has in store, but you can put yourself up on the shelf, or you can keep it in a drawer. When I stopped worrying about myself, I had a revelation. Myself was trying to do was give me information. It was trying to keep me from getting hurt or acting like a fool. Yeah, good luck with that one. The problem was it was doing this in a way that just felt cruel. Myself was telling stories heard from others, don't you see? People saying this and that about how things all should be. That the stories came from others was something we both knew. But we never even stopped to ask if those stories were even true. That took all the pressure off and we made amends. And then, much to our delight, we started to be friends. Relaxed and knowing eventually we both will fade away. And until that finally happens on some unknown night or day, let's go find out what's around the bend. We'll just go on and have some fun until our story ends. We'll just go on and have some fun until our story ends. Come on, self. Let's go to the bar. It's happy hour. Can we take some selfies? Sure. That's why we have an iPhone.
Oh, Mark, that was hilarious. That was so great.
That was awesome.
I see you in your
Thank
cowboy
you.
boots there, Mark, sitting by the campfire.
Yeah, plus there are more than two notes sync your vocals. So that was really awesome. Really special.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So I think we have time for a few more. Rachel, do you have another song?
I do actually, and it's about the 5 secrets. And I wasn't expecting to present this one, but Angela, just the night before, she was saying, oh, do you want to present the 5 Secrets song? And we actually have a team music artist group that's also started. And I was checking to see if anyone wanted to collaborate, but it's all ready to go. So if you could play for us, Angela, that'd be great. Thank you.
You're right. I hear what you are saying is you're right. Are you feeling this? Is that so? Tell me more. I feel like this, and I admire that you say what you are really thinking and feeling here
That's beautiful. Awesome.
So
Yeah,
beautiful.
lovely.
Really great. Nice.
This is all very inspiring, folks. Rachel, could you please send out information about the Team CBT songwriting group you've put together?
Absolutely, yeah. I tried to add you, but I think we have to create a Google account or something, but we'll be in touch.
Okay.
Well, Rachel, are you open to other people joining your singing group?
Absolutely.
Why don't you say now how someone would contact you if they wanted to participate in the Team CBT music group?
Absolutely, yeah. My email is rachmd@gmail.com. And you could just send me an email and I can add you to the Team Music Artist Google group.
I've got one that I did, Rhonda, if we wanted to do that one.
Tell us about yours, Angela.
Yeah, so the lyrics on this one were inspired by David, of course, just like all this music is, and how it's really the truth that sets us free, which is also a scripture reference. And so this was inspired by both David and scripture. And I wrote the lyrics and I did a melody, and I actually sung it once, just sort of, me, and it kind of had a bit of a gospel feel. And then I tried it as opera. And it was fun, but I couldn't do any music with it. It was just my voice. And so then I thought, maybe I love tech. Why don't I try AI? So I plugged it into AI and gave it a few prompts. So it's my lyrics, my melody, but AI will be presenting it for you.
Negative thoughts about a moment in time, full of distorted words and lies. Mask what is true and what's real, keep me under its spell. Steals my calm, joy, and peace away. Tell me the truth, let it flow over me. May I understand what's right today. Lift my eyes to the light, free my soul from this pain. Open heart to a life-giving way. Black and white, magnified. Dark mask personified. Down blue, depressed all the day. Conned by self, led astray. Inner voice needs a plan, and distortions flee like shifting sand. Tell me the truth, let it flow over me. May I understand what's right today. Lift my eyes to the light, free my soul from this pain. Open heart to the life-giving way. Free indeed, at high speed. Frame my thoughts clearly now. Filter through what's real and prove. Feeling great, feeling sad, neither is bad. Now I live in complete, honest truth. Tell me the truth, let it flow over me. May I understand what's right today. Lift my eyes to a light, set me free from this pain. So open heart to the life-giving way. My heart has been open to the life-giving way. My heart has been open to the life-giving way.
Wow, Angela, that was amazing.
Beautiful.
That was awesome, yeah.
And
Who was that singing?
AI. The computer is AI.
Oh, it was computer. Oh, how
Yeah.
awesome is that?
Angela, you had
And what was that? Was that called the 5 Secret Song or not?
No, that was called Tell Yourself the Truth.
Oh, yeah. Tell yourself the truth.
Yeah, I wrote all the lyrics, and I'm sure you heard little things, David, that you've said over the years, right? There is little nuggets there of things.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I had a question for you, Angela, which is in the visuals, which people will see when they go to the YouTube channel. There's a man with a white beard, and I was wondering, is that supposed to be David? Did you tell it to?
No, that's completely randomly generated. I was totally surprised when I saw that and thought, hey, that's pretty funny.
I would think you could turn me into an AI figure, and then it could be me singing.
Such a great idea. That is such a great idea.
I mean, don't laugh. I'm sure you could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on the YouTube channel.
Well, we have time for a few more. Who else has a song they want to share?
Well, Andrew, what do you actually have queued up that people can use?
I could do Placebo with or Mind Warp.
Oh, I think Placebo. David, I realized this morning that all three of the songs that I wrote for this are bouncing off of things that you've said at various times. I wrote a song called The Erroneous Zone, which is based on a story you told about the guy who ripped off Albert Ellis to write the book The Erroneous Zone. But
Wayne Dyer.
Wayne Dyer. But this song is about comments that you've made that antidepressants and CBT and many other types of therapies, not team CBT, but many other things, perform as well as placebos. And I thought, placebos are actually pretty amazing, pretty wonderful. And I wondered whether anybody had written a song to celebrate the wonders of placebos. I couldn't find one, so I wrote one. I took my placebo and I'm feeling fine. A good placebo can really straighten out your mind. It's not like the one that I used to take. That one made me ache and shake. You gotta get the right placebo, get it right each time. My imaginary doctor said my dose was way too high. She cut it in 3 and I'm barely getting by. No matter what I do, I'm not feeling right. I'm sleepy all day and awake all night. You gotta get the right placebo, get it right each time. Let me tell you about a scientist who I know. She's been working on a universal placebo. It'll nail you down, it'll lift you up, it'll bring you your cocoa in your favorite cup. You gotta get the right placebo, get it right each time. It doesn't matter if it's red or green or blue. Just choose the one that feels right for you. It's all like the Buddha said, no matter where you are, you're still in your head. You gotta get the right placebo, get it right each time. I took my placebo and I'm feeling fine. A good placebo can really straighten out your mind. It's not like the one that I used to take. That one always made me ache and shake. You gotta get the right placebo, get it right each time. You gotta get the right placebo, get it right each time.
Really great, Mark. Your sense of humor comes through so well.
Love it.
Anything else that you want to share?
I have one more if you want.
Of course we do.
So this one I gave AI a little more freedom. I did not create the melody for this one. So this was based on a poem about feeling good and feeling great and that kind of thing. So
Your voice is fading in and out. Can you repeat what you just said?
Yeah. I said this one I did not write the melody for. This one I just did the words, and then I even had a little bit of time to tweak it and play with it a little bit. But it's a country song, so I will see what you think of this one. Go ahead and share it.
Does it have a title?
It's called Feeling Great.
Okay, that's a good title.
Feeling good, feeling great, it's all anticipated. It's okay to feel the pain when you're frustrated. When I accept how I feel, then I can be real. Every emotion that I show is important, keeps me whole. Feeling bad shows I care. Feeling sad shows I'm aware how much you mean to me. Feeling nervous, that's on purpose. I will be happy, joyful and free. Feeling good, that's understood. Feeling great, that's hopeful state. Full of dreams, that's where I stand. With my heart in my own hands. Feeling nervous has a purpose. Keeps me sharp and keeps me focused. Every fear and every doubt helps me figure my way out. Feeling bad shows I care. Feeling sad shows I'm aware how much you mean to me. Full nervous, that's on purpose. I will be happy, joyful and free. Feeling good, that's understood. Feeling great, that's hopeful state. Full of dreams, that's where I stand. With my heart in my own hands.
Wow.
Wow, that was
Awesome.
so fun.
I couldn't help but dance. I was like,
I'm glad. I think giving you the wiggles was my goal. So if you
Oh,
got the
great.
wiggles, that was great. Yeah. I just think, what's inspiring about Team and about David is understanding that we can have all these feelings at the same time. And that doesn't mean we're crazy. That actually is really healthy to have so many feelings at the same time. And we don't always have to get rid of them. Sometimes we do want to get rid of them and want to crush our thoughts, but other times it's totally fine to feel the way we feel. So, yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
I think that's all I have queued, Rhonda, as far as songs for today. I think, I have maybe one more of Mark's. Hold on.
I have a question for you. When you feed the words into AI, then it creates the music, right?
Yeah.
How long does it take for it to do that?
Not very long, but I keep giving it prompts and try again until I get what I want. So
I see, yeah.
you describe what you're looking for. Like I said, I want a female voice. I wanted country. I wanted folk. I wanted it to be happy and inspirational and energetic. And then I rendered it probably 4 or 5 times before I got what I wanted. The other one that you heard, the rock song, that one I sang the whole song and I uploaded that. So AI had the melody and it had kind of the intonations. Is that the right term? Help me out. The right intonations and dynamics that I wanted. So it did follow that pretty accurately. Yep.
That's really, really super and fun. I think that'll be really, really interesting to play around with.
Yeah.
One of the comments that's I would offer is that just like with Team CBT, where therapists have so much creativity and come up with individual approaches and individual styles, that this songwriting is another example of that, of people's unique approaches and features coming to the surface, and they're caring about people and their kindness. So it's wonderful to do this. I think it's another reflection of what this community is about.
And I think music definitely brings everyone together. Like, we're all sitting here right now because of this music and, you know, passion for music and our love for mental health, that, you know, and therapy and helping others. And so, yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Music can certainly move your soul in a way that nothing else can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it gets those lyrics in your head, right? How many times you hum a lyric and then suddenly you hear it, right? And it's in this way that your mind is so open. Yeah.
I'll change some details, but I had a client who was struggling with crushing their negative thoughts, and they tried a couple different techniques, and they did okay. They were getting somewhere, and so I sent it home as homework, and they came back and had created some songs. They had some song lyrics for some of their negative thoughts on their daily mood log, and is this okay? Can I actually sing for my positive thought? And I said, well, heck yeah, of course. And so there were some songs that were just actually generic songs, but they worked to crush this person's negative thoughts, and other ones that they created. So yeah, I've had clients use our music in their homework to work on their daily mood log.
What a wonderful idea. What a wonderful thing to do. I think, yeah, writing songs, writing poems, maybe making paintings, if that's what somebody's proclivity is. That all absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I definitely.
But once again, I wish you go ahead, Rachel.
I was just noticing that creativity, it like creates good news. Like when there's so much bad news, you know, I've been part of different crafting groups and songwriting groups, and it just creates so much positivity. So thank you so much for having this podcast on team music.
Does the music creation and sharing group, is that something that meets regularly or just every now and then, or how does it work?
Well, it's a Google group. So when people have projects, they can post on the group, and then people who have some time and interest can add to it and work together and collaborate.
So you'll give all that information to Rhonda so we can put that in the show notes? Absolutely.
That'd be great.
Yeah, good. And also, if to the extent that you folks can send in the lyrics to the music, that'd be nice to post them too in the show notes.
Shall this be our last song of the recording?
Sure.
Of our episode.
It's astounding how time is dragging. Sadness is in control. I don't remember if I was ever happy. It feels like I've always been alone. I don't remember before the mind walked. All I know is ever since then, blackness surrounds me. The void is calling, and I'm doing the mind warp again. I'm doing the mind warp again. First you start to lose hope, then you give up the fight. Yeah, sure you're a dope. You never get things right. You distort your thoughts till it drives you insane. And you're doing the mind warp again. You're doing the mind warp again. It's all daydreaming. My own life haunts me. No one can see me. No, not at all. I'm lost in confusion with depressive delusions, trapped inside a giant black hole. I feel my life dip into a mind trip
Nothing will always be the same. My joyous sensations are all under sedation, and I'm doing mind warp again. I'm doing the mind warp again. My mind was in kinks, my life was on the brink, when my therapist made me stop and think. She shook me up, she took me by surprise. She had 100 methods to open my eyes. She worked with me till I felt the change. My mind would never be the same again, and I'm not doing mind again. I'm not doing the mind warp again. I'm not lost in the depths. I can dance in the light. The sadness is gone, and I'm feeling all right. Straightened out my thoughts, straightened out my brain. I won't do the mind warp again. I won't do the mind warp again.
Who's your backup band, Mark?
That was a good karaoke track that I found, and
Right on.
I think that I'll re-record that for the podcast, because I think I can do a much better job at this point. But thank you, Angela. That was very kind of you to play that.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for contributing your genius, your talent, your ability to pair music and fun with your skills as therapists. It was so inspiring and really fun to hear all of your creativity on this podcast episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you for finding some musical beauty in some of my words. That's kind of amazing to me. I'm trying to take it all in and figure out what it means, but it's really very awesome. And thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you, David, and thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you, everyone.
This has been another episode of the Feeling Good podcast. For more information, visit Dr. Burns' website at feelinggood.com, where you will find the show notes under the podcast page. You will also find archives of previous episodes and many resources for therapists and non-therapists. We welcome your comments and questions. If you want to support the show, please share the podcast with people who might benefit from it. You could also go to iTunes and leave a 5-star rating. I am your host, Rhonda Borowski, the director of the Feeling Great Therapy Center. We hope you enjoyed this episode. I invite you to join us next time for another episode of the Feeling Good podcast.